Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing the Spellbinders small die kit. This kit is perfect for autumn and fall. It cuts out these leafy designs that you can make frames and different things with on your cards. So here's the kit, here's all the pieces. You get these dies that cut out these fall leaves. You also get this little die that you can add tiny stems to if you want. You have the words blessed, grateful, thankful, and then you have these two sort of frame design dies. Now you can see these pieces I've cut out already with the dies. They are these intricate leafy designs that you can actually add together to make frames. You could do an A2 size frame, you could do a square size frame, lots of different variations. Here are some of the little leaves that I've cut out. I'm not using them on this card, but you could definitely color these and go ahead and layer them on top of those leaf design frame pieces. So if you're excited for this kit, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. So I've cut out these frame design pieces from some gold cardstock, and I'm just going to kind of show you how I'm going to piece them together. Now, like I mentioned, you could go ahead and make a square by just putting one of these little connecting pieces, one of them I just put down there, between each of the corner pieces. But I'm going to do an A2 size card today, so I'm going to put the corner pieces in each of the corners. And I don't need one of those smaller connecting pieces on the top and the bottom, just on the sides. And that's going to give you the perfect A2 size frame first. Now, like I mentioned, those little leaf pieces that you can cut out, they will layer perfectly on top of this design. I didn't do that today. I wanted that gold to shine through. And I'm going to give this card a really warm fall background using my Distress Oxides. So I'm starting with my mustard seed. This is a nice warm yellow. Goes really well with the other colors that I'm going to be using. And I am just ink blending this onto some smooth cardstock. Now I know Nina Solar White works really good. I don't have any of that. I'm using some Tonic Ultra Smooth cardstock, which actually works really well with ink blending as well. It's a very smooth white cardstock, and I use that for most of my crafting. So I have this panel all inked up with my yellow. I'm going to go back in with some ripe persimmon, which is an orangish kind of color, more of a lighter orange, not like carved pumpkin or anything that would be really orange, but it's going to go well with this yellow and with the barn door red that I'm going to be using next. So I'm just ink blending this right over that mustard seed, and you can kind of see I'm going in sort of a curved shape or an arc here instead of straight across. I want it to look more like some glowing fall lights and leaves in the background of my frame pieces. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep blending all of these colors together. And when I have my different colors on, I'm going to go back with that mustard seed and then blend it out again. And that's going to get rid of some of those harsh blending foam edges that you can see right now. I'm coming in with some barn door red, and I'm putting that on the bottom. You can see that I've come maybe about 2/3 of the way up with that ripe persimmon, and I'm just going to do another 1/3 on the bottom of this red barn door. So you're going to have some deep reds just fading out into that yellow on top, and it's going to look really fallish and really autumny, and I just love it. Right now where we're living, we're not getting any of the fall colors. We're kind of out in the desert where it's still 100 degrees. So I appreciate being able to make some fall cards and just kind of feel the season through my creating and through my cards here. Now I thought this gold looked really great on top of those fall colors. So I'm using that gold paper that I've already cut out, putting a little bit of glue on the back side, and I'm just going to glue that down and create my frame. So I'm starting to glue all of my pieces down in that top left-hand corner, and you can see the two tabs on each side. There's one that's more of a frame and one that's a solid piece. I'm gluing down that solid piece, and then I'm going to layer that frame piece over the top. So you can see here I've put glue on both the I put glue on that solid piece that I'm slipping under, that connecting piece on top here. And then I'm going to go back with my glue and put a little bit of glue on that top piece and just glue those pieces together. Now, it doesn't matter which order you put them in. You could put this solid little connecting piece on top rather than that little frame piece. But I have some little jewels I'm going to drop into those areas. So I thought the little frame would be nice to kind of hold them into place. So I'm making sure I have the framed little connecting piece on top of that solid piece. Just going ahead and making sure everything's glued down, just tucking that little connecting piece under that last one there, and I'm just going to hold down those cardstock pieces for just a few seconds, let that glue dry, and make sure everything is being held together. So there is this gorgeous frame. Like I said, you could go ahead and layer tons of leaves on top of this. That would look fantastic. But I'm going to take some of these amber colored jewels from Nuvo, and these fit perfectly into those little connecting pieces where you connect the frame die cut pieces together. So I'm going to drop a few of those in there. Now there's several different sizes of jewels in this Nuvo jar. I'm using the large ones here on the top and the bottom, and then I'm going to use some smaller ones on the sides. And then you'll see I even found some tiny ones that I'm going to glue onto some of the leaves and just give it some more bling and some shine. And I thought these amber colors worked really well with the whole fall theme. I just think it's really pretty. Now I'm picking these up with my little pickup tool, and I find that really handy. It's got a little wax tip there that will pick up your little sequins and embellishments so that you can place them perfectly on your card. So here's my card. I've got all my jewels glued down, and I realized I should have put my sentiment on first before putting my jewels down, but I got really excited to put those pretty jewels on my background. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp a sentiment. This is a sentiment from a previous Fun Stampers Journey stamp set, and I'm not sure if it's still available, but I will link it down below if I can find it. Just loading that in my Misty, and then I'm going to stamp it out using some of this VersaFine black pigment ink. Now the black pigment ink is going to sit on top of your other ink for just a little bit, so you're going to want to give it a few minutes to dry before you touch it or do anything with it, or it will smear. But I'm going to go ahead and stamp it out about twice to get a nice dark crisp impression. And then once I have that all stamped out, that pretty much finishes the card. I didn't do a whole lot more than that. I just think the whole ink blending and the leaves and the jewels work together really well. It's a really rich fall looking card, and I think this small die kit from Spellbinders is really fun, really unique, and I have some other ideas of what I would like to do with it if I can find some more crafting time. So thanks for stopping by. Make sure you check out that description box below for more links and things, and make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, do all the things. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!